Hello, thank you so much for joining all of us. I'm Courtney Spaeth. We are having an amazing conversation all about GLP-1s. And there's so many women that are spending thousands of dollars on GLP-1s and they're ordering peptides online from strangers. They're barely eating and they still cannot understand what exactly is happening in their bodies. So I have two experts with me today. I have Claudine Francois. Claudine Francois is a board certified functional and holistic health practitioner, author, and creator of Your Midlife Body Code. A former CFO, she helps driven women 40 plus uncover the hidden reasons behind exhaustion, stubborn weight gain, brain fog, digestive struggles, thyroid imbalances, and hormone shifts. Also with me, Kari Davis. She is the founder of the Well Team, which is a health and wholeness podcast. She's founder of thewellteam.com and a certified holistic life coach and essential oils educator. Ladies, I am so excited for this conversation. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of this bigger picture that we have going on. How are both of you?
Great. Excited to be here.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
thanks for doing this, Courtney. I think so many people are talking about this, and so I trust you both implicitly. And that's just kind of what it takes to have this hard conversation, because no matter if you're on the natural side of not wanting to take anything like I am, or you are certified and know the ins and outs like Claudine does, or if you are both, Courtney and I are hockey mom friends, so we have complained about everything to each other for years and years and years and have tried everything. We are you, and we also have help for you. So we're really excited.
Yes. We're just everyday women who have personally tried different forms of GLP-1s. That's what we're going to be talking about today is our personal experience with them. So let's dive right in. Claudine, I want to start with you. What has your experience been with GLP?
Well, I think the conversation around GLP-1s has become very black and white online, right? Like, because you'll have people either calling them the miracle drugs, or you'll have people saying that they're terrible. And of course, we all know the truth is a little more nuanced than that, right? And as I work with women day in and day out, I can tell you they aren't great for everyone, but they can make a big difference to certain people if they take certain steps ahead of time, because women need to understand what's actually happening metabolically underneath the surface before diving into what is, a pharmaceutical drug essentially. And, the weight gain is typically what people are taking this for. And I think we need to understand that that is a symptom. It's not the root issue. And for many of the women that I work with, especially, they have known how to manage their weight throughout their lives. Like, they know how to eat healthy, or they know how to eat less and work out more, right? And these strategies they've implemented their whole lives, they stop working in midlife. And I think that's where the frustration comes from. And we're not being told, we're not being taught. I think a lot of people don't understand what is going on underneath the surface. And what is going on is that your body's changing. Your body is not compensating for you as much anymore. So things like not eating throughout the day, which a lot of women, when they first come to me, they aren't eating consistently throughout the day. We're trying fasting, we're trying all these things, maybe not getting in enough calories throughout the day at consistent intervals. We also have a lot of what I call nervous system dysregulation, right? We're stressed out. Who isn't stressed out? And your body, when it's stressed, it is literally holding on to weight. It's like, ooh, we're running away from the tiger. We need to hold on to our resources because we're going to need a quick burst of energy. Let's hold on to this extra fat. Ooh, let's put it in the belly where it's really safe and hang on to it because we're going to need it. Of course, our culture has developed more quickly than our biology has. So our body doesn't know that what we're experiencing isn't a life and death threat situation. Mm-hmm. There's also a lot more inflammation nowadays. Think about all the toxins that are in our air, our food, our water, our personal products. A lot of women aren't sleeping. When you're not sleeping, that is another stressor on the body. We have muscle loss. We have years of over functioning. And so what I want women to really understand is that this is what I've heard from clients. It feels like your body is betraying you. It's not betraying you. It's actually trying to protect you. It holding on to that weight is evolutionarily protective mechanism. And so, a lot of women are trying to force weight loss while their body feels unsafe.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot to
for me
unpack.
personally, for me personally, whenever Claudine talks, I'm like, check, 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 check.
I know. Yes.
Check, right? Like, because I personally think that we've been under global collective trauma since 2020, really since before then, but we can probably collectively agree that there was a shift that happened around that time. So those of us that are in our 40s hit at exactly the same time. And I really do. I really think that it's not just perimenopause or menopause. And Claudine, please stop me if I'm ever just incorrect. Say, Kari, you're wrong. But for me and my body, I'm very aware of my body. I always have been. But I did feel like it betrayed me because I added a lot of things in life that happen when your children are getting older. Not that it's not stressful when they're little, it is. But when you're in your 40s, you're also dealing with just being more busy, being more on the move, your parents getting older, your bills are just, everything's more, right? When you're a little bit older. And then you throw in the hormone changes. Then you throw in, like, I personally had multiple seasons of traumatic events. So it doesn't matter how healthy I've been, despite being in natural health, my body, despite all that I do for it, still didn't feel safe. And I'm like, I do more for you than I do for anyone in this household. How are you still not happy with me? Like, and then it goes into like feelings of like, what is wrong with me? You know, how high maintenance do I possibly have to be? And why do I want to lose the weight so bad? And where did the weight come from? And it's like this, what I'm describing is what you talk about so much, Claudine, is just metabolic dysfunction. When you are in adrenal burnout, which you don't know until you're kind of out of it. And so I was in such burnout that my mineral testing said it and my everything said it, how exhausted I was, how I had no creativity in work, how I stepped away from a lot of my passions. I mean, I wasn't singing. I wasn't playing piano. I was going through the motions on my podcast. Like, I wasn't dreaming. I've had projects that I wanted to put on the website for years. So anyway, I won't go into all of that, but just don't forget that when your juices aren't flowing, your juices aren't flowing. Maybe in the bedroom, maybe with your children. I mean, it's so, and you feel so alone, even though everyone's talking about it on Instagram. They're all just telling you to do different things and to buy different things and more things. And whenever your body is then frustrated and now also confused, it makes everything worse. And so we are just here to say we get it. Courtney, I know you and I would sit at hockey and just, we're doing all the testing. Everyone's drinking and we're trying not to drink and everybody's like going out and we're like, where's our like kale smoothies? And we're still not losing weight.
We're comparing our test results in the lobby of the hockey rink. We're like, oh, what number did you get for this one? Well, what did you get on this one? What were your Dutch results?
We both felt like we failed the test.
Big time, because it's like, you eat right, you work out, you try to practice some sort of self-care, but then it's like you hit a certain age. For me, it was like around 42, 43. It's like you hit that certain age and it's like you wake up one day, now I got this like busted can of biscuits, you know, overflowing on my pants. I mean, it's awful. And like, where did it come from? How can it go away? Yeah, you got the double, triple chin. You got look at that. That happened. That wasn't there before. Yeah, wave your flags. Yeah. That wasn't there before. The reason why I have worked with Claudine. I did her 6-month program, which was fabulous. I feel so different now than I did working with other health practitioners before. The information that Claudine gave me and her program and the testing was so comprehensive. It was so thorough, and it gave me so many answers that I'm like, okay, I have goosebumps. Can you see my arm hair? It's all standing up. Like, this energizes me. That's how excited I get, Claudine, when I talk about you to other people. I'm talking about you behind your back, yeah, but in a good way. But this is what fires me up. And like hearing people say, oh, I'm just doing GLP. I just got put on the shot. Well, what else are you doing? Nothing. You're not changing your eating. You're not testing. You're not doing like food tests or intolerance tests. Are you working out? No. Did they talk to you about this? No, they just gave me this thing to take, and it worked for so many other people. But my big push for trying it was, yeah, you see the hype online, and I'm like, okay, well, let's test this out. I want to personally try this to see what happens with me, to see what my result is, because my body is different than Claudine's. It's different from yours, Kari. We're going to have different experiences.
Well, and so I'm going to cut you off because we're going to lay all of this out in a huge conversation of what we're doing. We're going to be really mean today. We're not going to give you what we've learned because we want you to just take some time to think about what you're doing. Because I know that everyone just wants the next solution. That's what I wanted. Just the next solution. I would do anything. I was getting to the point where I was like, I would do anything. Even if it wasn't good for me, even like I was getting crazy and desperate. Now I did find something natural that has really helped me unlock at least my juices flowing. Is it perfect? I don't know. I just started it. But so Claudine, help us a little bit. Is this because of our age, or is this just because of all of the outside and inside different traumas that have happened? Like,
yes.
Are we right? Yes, all of it.
Yes to all of it. Part of it is as we age, we are losing estrogen and progesterone, right? Estrogen helps us stay more insulin sensitive. So if you think about when you were in your 20s and your 30s, you ate the way you ate and your weight was stable and you understood what to do, right? As you get into your 40s and 50s and beyond, that estrogen drops and now you are more insulin resistant. This is why a lot of women don't understand. All of a sudden they're eating healthy, they're gaining weight, especially in their belly. Their glucose numbers are higher. They may have some higher cholesterol numbers. They're like, I don't understand. All I'm eating is kale smoothies all day long. How am I gaining weight? And so that is part of it. And if you add on top of that, all of the other stressors in our body that I mentioned earlier, the blood sugar instability, the nervous system dysregulation, all the toxins that are around, it's putting even more pressure on our body. So then there's even more of an incentive for the body to hold on to the weight. And it's not that these things can't be helped. It's not that they aren't solvable, but you do have to have a specific strategy. That's why I wrote my book, because I felt so many women didn't understand the strat. They're like, what is actually happening? If you don't understand what's actually happening, how can you change it? Right? So yes, it is a bit of several things happening. And what I do see with the GLP specifically, there are ranges, and we will talk about this more in the bigger picture, right? There are ones that are better for actually increasing your metabolism versus the ones where you just lose a bunch of fat and muscle, right? And then, of course, if you're not already metabolically healthy, right? If we haven't actually, there's a difference between not eating and losing weight, like starving yourself, which is what some of the GLPs do, versus increasing your metabolism, becoming a stronger, healthier, more energized person. That is what the big difference is. And that is what concerns me with the current GLPs, is because, if you're already exhausted, barely eating, losing muscle, not sleeping well, the GLPs are not going to be this huge. Yes, you might lose weight, but you are going to probably feel pretty awful. So again, I know we'll go into that deeper in the bigger session, but that's just a little bit of a teaser, if you will, for that part of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about the GLP-1s being sold online, being sold in medi spas, TikTokers or so-called influencers promoting this, selling it? How do you feel about that?
It's a bit of the Wild West right now because you can buy, as a consumer, you can buy peptides that have a lovely website. that tell you they're going to do all these great things, but you don't know where they're coming from. This is called the gray market. A lot of them are coming from China. A lot of them, they're not being tested. So you don't actually know what's in them. And a lot of independent testing have found that some of these have lead or other toxins in it. And you're injecting these into your body. It's not something you want. So they could have bacteria in them. They could be too high a dose, too low a dose. Again, there's no consistency with them. So yeah, you can buy them on the gray market. I know people who are buying them on the gray market, and they're just, shooting up, as I call it.
That is so terrifying. That is so scary.
Yes. So,
and I think that's why I brought up COVID, because I think whether you got the COVID shot or you didn't, or before that, there's been so many different things. I teach women to trust, I guess, but trust their natural intuition. They're not artificial intelligence, but they're natural intelligence. Like, to trust. It's like a lot of it is just getting to learn your body again. I love how are you seeing those reels that call it cougar puberty or something? Like,
I love it. I've never heard of that.
Because remember in middle school when your palms were sweaty and you smelled different and you just didn't know what was happening? It's like doing that all over again, and you don't know what is from what, how much of it is your husband's fault, how much of it is your kid's fault, is it just because of your budget, or is it, like everyone says like bring down your cortisol. Well, it feels impossible. So it feels like I'm never going to be able to get full peace back. It's just such a busy time of life. So I might as well take the shot. If I have to get it from a random website, like, that's the desperation. So I didn't do it because I'm very careful with what I put in my body, and I trust that natural intuition in my gut. But I was getting close because I was getting so frustrated and I was so stuck. I was so tired of I was just tired. Like, I'm doing all the things. If I see one more little skinny bitch eating whatever she wants and not working out, I was getting crazy bitter.
Yeah. Well, and I will say I'm not anti-GLPs, right? So as I said, there's a gray market. If you're going to do it, you want to do it with
some that are good.
Yeah, because you can get them from a compounded pharmacy. You have to go through someone who knows what they're doing, right? So I am certified in peptides. I have gone through the training. I work under a physician, right? So there are layers, right? So not only do you want to go with someone who is working with a compounded pharmacy, where the quote unquote drugs the peptides that are being compounded actually have certifications. They've actually been reviewed. The pharmacy is actually held to certain standards.
Can I interrupt? What is compound pharmacy?
It just means that they are making these different items per spec, right? So like retatrutide is a type of a GLP. It has 3 different compounds in it, and they are formulating that.
Like, right? At the place?
At the pharmacy, yeah.
I always wondered what
they are making it. But yeah, you want to go through not only someone who's just not some like influencer on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, who's just like, oh yeah, I can get you a peptide. You want to go through someone who not only knows what they're talking about, but also is going to give you the support underneath it. You need nutrition support. You need to know how to preserve your muscle so you're not wasting muscle, right? As women, we know as we age, we lose muscle anyway, and it's bad for our health. We need to make sure we're increasing our muscle, not losing it. And you need someone who understands how to prepare your body. We call it metabolic readiness, right? So you're seeding the terrain. You need to have a healthy terrain in order for the peptides to actually work properly and for your body to respond in a healthy way. So yeah, just because someone is selling them online doesn't make it necessarily like the best choice either. You want to have someone who understands the entire system, who can give you the correct guidance.
Yeah, you really need to go to a safe place. It has to be someone that is educated in, like, not holistic meaning only just crunchy. Holistic doesn't mean that. It means whole, right? So yes, that sounds so much better.
So to everybody that is listening, one thing that really stood out to me is influencers that are doing that flash sale, 50% off GLP-1s, $12.99. Don't go to them.
If it's $12.99, it is not a GLP. I'll tell you right that.
No. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's like I said before, it is terrifying what is all on the market. And I feel like there's new ones just popping up. And like you said, Kari, you were desperate. There's so many women out there that are in the same boat and they're desperate.
Yeah, like I was getting to the point where at Christmas time, I was like sobbing in my robe to my husband saying, because he really didn't, I already have digestive issues. I already have a hard time detoxing. I don't do well with synthetic fragrance, anything, which is why I'm in the line of work that I'm in. My brain genetically does not detox well. So he's like, Kari, please don't. I don't want your digestive system to get worse. Like, I love you. I love you the way that you are. And I'm like, I just don't feel like myself. Like, not just the weight. The weight is the symptom, but it was so much more. Like I said, it was just like a block. It was like I don't know if it was long COVID or just like, I'm still learning her and trying to be nicer to her. People really do get to their wits' end. And so if you want a solution, we are going to give you quite a few different options when we do this discussion. We are not going to leave you. We're not doing that thing where it's behind this paywall. Like, we're just going to tell you what we know. You don't have to buy it to learn.
No.
You never should have to buy something before you know how it will affect you. You have to do your diligence on the front end. That's why working with someone like Claudine is like, she's going to know that you are metabolically ready, and you're going to feel like safe in that because your body's going to know if you feel safe, also if it's going to work as well. It's like, it's all about making your body feel okay to release the weight or to speed up the metabolism or to get the juices flowing, what I like to call it.
To get rid of brain fog, to get rid of the digestive issues, to help your liver detox, like all of the things. Your body isn't a vacuum. We need all the systems to work well together in order for your body to, it's like a car. You wouldn't just change one part of the car and let the other parts go to, hell in a handbasket. The whole thing has to be, all the pieces have to be running properly for the car to perform. It's the same with our bodies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have only lost 5 to 7 pounds, depending on the day. But I feel like I've lost 100.
That's big.
Because
That's huge.
It wasn't really about the weight. It was about this. It's like when I got COVID, I knew something was just wrong. And I wasn't even that sick. I'm so in tune with myself that I'm like, there's just something wrong. I know that there is. So I'm doing all the testing and I'm doing the infrared and the cleanses and the detox and the coffee enemas and the castor oil packs and over the last 4 years, I'm like a petri dish, and my children are tired of hearing about my bowel movement.
You can call me. I'll talk to you about that.
I know. I just need to pick the audience. But if you truly feel like you maybe have not done the weird things like I'm willing to do, but if truly you feel that way, that you're just stuck, comment stuck below, because that is what we want to help you with, is to get you unstuck. And you have to kind of think before you come to the discussion what you are willing to do. Are you willing to give up the things that are causing a lot of inflammation? Like, what stage are you at in your readiness for your metabolism to get to metabolic readiness? Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that next conversation that we're going to have, like Kari had said, it's going to be completely complimentary. You don't have to pay for it. We want to get this information into your hands. We want you to know what we know. And with Claudine's expertise and in her book, again, I got goosebumps because this is just so the next conversation, it's going to be a little bit longer, but we're diving into like more natural alternatives. We're going to help you decide if your body is ready. We're going to get into metabolism and more of the root cause of how to switch on the right levers, I guess. Levers.
Juices.
I don't know.
We're going to get your levers going, your juices flowing. Your husband is going to be like, what are you doing in there?
But like I said, we're real women. We have had our own health issues. We've had our own health struggles. We have tried different things throughout the years and always circling back to square one. So I am so excited. I'm so grateful for both of you coming on and having this time together. And hearing Kari, your experience, Claudine, your experience, your expertise, your knowledge. And I mean, there's so much more to unpack with this conversation. That's what we're going to do in the next one. So comment unstuck,
No,
right?
stuck.
Stuck, comment stuck.
Because they're going to come in stuck and come out unstuck. And maybe there will be a part of this, maybe down below too, post if you would like to be on live, or maybe afterwards, Claudine, would you do like a Q&A maybe after this next course or like discussion? So we'll kind of give you this in chunks because we don't want you to be, we don't want you to feel how I've been feeling. It's a really terrible feeling because it's not about the weight. It's about how it's affecting all of the things and the people that you love. And it's not like no big deal. It's, you know, I have friends saying like, I just don't even want to be around my husband because I don't even know who I am. So I just don't even, I mean, it's big for people. So we will be posting this everywhere. We'll give you plenty of time to bring on friends and aunts and just bring the people that you know are stuck as well, because we have to be there for each other in these seasons. It's just like when you go through something hard, this is something hard, even if it feels maybe like general or self-care or selfish, or it's not. This is about your vitality and going forward, what kind of grandma you're going to be, what kind of retired person you're going to be, what kind of marriage you're going to have when your kids are out of the house. It's a big deal for you to feel unstuck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even looking 6 months down the road, not years down the road, but even looking 6 months down the road, how much better do you want to feel than you feel at this exact time?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited, ladies. Kari, Claudine, thank you for today. Thank you for this appetizer. And I am excited to sit down with you, both of you, and our audience for a full meal. So comment unstuck.
Stuck. Nope.
Sorry. Comment stuck. Dang it. Brain fog. Help me, Claudine. Comment stuck. You're coming in stuck. You're going to leave unstuck. Comment stuck. All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to talk with both of you.
Thank you, guys. Can't wait.
All right. Bye.
Do we have to leave or can she stop recording?
I guess we have to leave.
We better... Okay.